Hey guys, welcome back to day 2 of curriculum week. Today I'm sharing the curriculum choices for my 8th grade son. So as I mentioned earlier in the week, you'd have to watch our family subjects video in order to get a full scope of what my kids are doing individually and as a family. So make sure that you go watch that video. I will link it up here and in the description box down below before you watch today's video, or it looks like he's doing about half a school year's worth of stuff. So here's what we've got going on for my 8th grade son. Right, so here is what Jesse's course load looks like in addition to family subjects. First things first, teaching textbooks is the math that he's using again this year. Most of my kids, once they're old enough, use teaching textbooks. And then of course, family subjects like I mentioned. So he is going to continue on with using language well and spelling wisdom. This is something we've done twice a week since once they're in 3rd grade. And then we're also going for extra practice to bring in Fix-It Grammar. So he's gonna start with level 1. Although most of this, I flipped through all of these, but I just felt like this was definitely kind of starting, I don't know. There was a debate in the comments when I shared my video that everyone should start in level 1, and then some people were saying, no, just place them where you want them. And so I went through it and I'm like, yeah, level 1 definitely seems like maybe not the right place to start for him, but we're just gonna kind of go through it just to check the boxes, make sure we're not missing anything, and then I'm assuming that we'll end up in level 2 sooner than later. He's also going to be doing Apologias, Exploring Creation with Physical Science this year. This is a new release, the 4th edition. I actually have a flip through coming for you guys soon. I'm working with Apologia this year, although we've used them for many years. And so because it is a new release, the Nature's Workshop Plus lab kit wasn't available yet until this week. So it's not here yet, but we will absolutely be using the lab kit. Those are the most important component to science for me in order to help my kids keep plugging along at their own pace without waiting on me. So like I said, come back here in, I think, 2 weeks and you will see a complete flip through and kind of first thoughts on this book. In addition to those things, he also has assigned reading, historical fiction, and YWAM books. We love the YWAM books, and once they are in middle school in our house, they pick a different, excuse my dog, they pick a different Christian hero or hero of history to read about and write me a written narration about every month or so. So with my oldest, we're gonna finish Life in the Word this year and then move on to Growth in the Word. These are really great how to study the Bible studies. I also enjoy this resource, How to Read the Bible for All It's Worth. We go through this kind of slowly, and once my kids are, like for example, next year when Eli's in middle school, he'll just join us in this book. Each chapter kind of stands alone outside of the introduction. Everything else can just be read kind of wherever you're at, whatever book you're reading in the Bible, you can kind of go to that chapter or whatever. But I enjoyed doing this with them this year. We took it very slow, and I feel like it's a valuable resource. And so coupled with this, it's really some neat Bible study tools there for them. One more thing, as I was editing, I realized that I completely forgot to include Plutarch, Life of Julius Caesar. This is one that my older two will be doing together this year with me once a week and with the video lessons. Then he's going to finish Fallacy Detective this year. And if he finishes it early enough in the year, then we may start Intro to Logic. Because it did take Bella more than 1 school year to do Intro to Logic, but if not, then we'll start it next year. So this is what I've been using kind of to get his brain thinking in that direction, and then we'll move on to the Canon Press Logic books. So in addition to these books, he's also, as I mentioned, doing teaching textbooks and our family subjects and all the assigned reading. Assigned reading is a huge component of our independent work in our school, in our homeschool. He is going to do the Redefining School Middle School Literature Survey this year. He did the American Literature 2 years ago and then World Literature this past year. He's going to go back and do the American Lit one more time with my son, my 5th grader. It's a 5th through 9th grade or so course. It's a survey of various authors and genres, and they learn all sorts of different things related to literature through this course, and they get to have 2 Zoom meetings a month where they get to share their work with others. It's a really neat literature course. Mindy's actually going to be reopening enrollment for 1 week only, so make sure you come back here during my back to school week next week. This is curriculum week. Back to school week is next week. I will have a code for you and the opportunity to sign up one more time. Spring enrollment is when she usually signs up for the fall, and she's opening it for just 1 more week if you are interested in doing that. But the reason I'm having him do this again is because all of the concepts were new to him when he did it the first time, and I would really like for him to go through some of these short stories again one more time before he is in high school work here at our house. So then he also plays football, which in the fall is a weekday, an everyday commitment during the week. And then they take just like a very short break for the holidays, and then they go right into winter workouts and then spring football and then summer workouts. So it doesn't really ever stop. So that's a regular commitment that I like to factor into his schedule during the school week. And then in addition to football, he also in August will receive his 1-year invitation to black belt training. So that means he has 1 full year to complete the requirements and hours needed to be officially invited into his black belt class. So he's currently a brown belt, and then mid-August he'll receive that invitation after his next test, and so that kind of starts a new era of martial arts for him. The boys have been doing martial arts for a while. Eli actually will get that invitation in November too. So we'll have 2 kind of pursuing the hours, the mileage running, the book report. There's a book report that's due for that. Volunteer hours. There's a lot that goes into it at their martial arts program. So that is also on the agenda. He's going to be learning to manage football and the martial arts schedule in tandem this year. So that is what 8th grade looks like for Jesse.